Watching SGDQ 2016, sponsored by Twitch. We have a $10 donation from Pichu. I just went to bed at 2 a.m. It is all too early for me to be up and watching SGDQ. Have some more of my money. We have a $10 donation from Miles. You say Claymates is the only game that has deadly coconuts, but Kirby's Dream Land and Sonic 2 have them too. This year, SGDQ is partnered with Humble Bundle. They are the pay-what-you-want bundles, and they all support charity. They offer bundles for video games, mobile, ebooks, comics, and through the Humble Store. And they've raised over $75 million for charities such as Doctors Without Borders. And in addition to that, they've raised money for many more charities. If you visit humblebundle.com, you can find out more. We're also sponsored by somethingartistic.net. They offer gaming-inspired decals and stickers made to decorate your consoles, walls, computers, and more. $2 from every decal sold this week will be donated directly to Doctors Without Borders. Some of the designs were done just for SGDQ, and they're available this week only. So if you want to get those, got to get them this week. Games Done Quick and SGDQ 2016 logo decals are being offered, where the full decal purchase price is being donated directly to Doctors Without Borders. You can find out more at somethingartistic.net or at decal.ly. We're also partnered with SavePoint. They have a bunch of arcade and pinball machines that they loan out for us to use. You can buy, sell, and rent arcades and pinball machines in addition to buying, selling, and trading video games and imports. If you go to SavePointReloaded.com, you can find out more from them. This year, we're happy to be joined by Power Up Audio again. They're an indie sound studio from Vancouver, Canada, and they've worked on such games as Crypt of the Necrodancer, Towerfall Ascension, Viking Squad, Darkest Dungeon, Tooth and Tail, Secret Legend, and Mushroom 11. We have a $25 donation from Moopy. Simply says, ActRaiser hi, boy, Craigasm. We have a $20 donation from Charles Bunny. Says, ActRaiser was easily my favorite SNES game growing up. $20 to save the animals. We have $25 from Chip Chipperson. Rockman, what, does he play the guitar or something? Really though, 15 towards Saturn Mega Man and 10 towards Mega Man 9. We have a $6 donation from Soap. Keep up the good work, guys. Very nice what you're doing here. We have a $50 donation from Grath. Says, I see PJ on stream and it's not broken yet, so let's invoke the power of board and also donate towards extra talkative NPC. We have an anonymous $50 donation. Simply says, cheers. We have a $20 donation from DSDad162. Says, shout out to Coffee Mom. Save the front seats. We have $15 from Termio. Keep up the great work. Greetings from Finland.
I'm a local, so I drove for 25 minutes home. Set my alarm for 6:45 this morning. Said, "Damn it, I'm gonna get up for ActRaiser." Sounds good. Good time last night? I did, yeah.
We have a $55 donation from Matt. Says Mega Man 9, 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 and presumably for a billion more times. We have a $10 donation from Don Seppo. Followed GDQ since 4 years now. Thanks to show me my childhood games that I played for months, crushed into minutes. Just awesome what you do. Let's change the choice from last year. Murder these animals.
Well, I knew that if I was going to make it home, sleep, get up, shower, get back here, I had to leave as soon as Supermarket was done. And it did not disappoint.
We have a $25 donation from NYMX. Stray, this is your buddy NYMX. Glad that I woke up just in time to see your run. Joy and I are cheering you on. Since this isn't Super Metroid, I would be interested in seeing you try this in reversed act order. Here's a $25 donation for the cause, and of course, you know I'm going to say kill the animals, because I'm simply not going to task that in any of my future releases. Good luck.
I mean, this game does have Batwoon and Ridley and Dragon.
Alright, so I need to do this real quick.
Got one order of business to take care of quick here.
Hey guys, I'm back. See ya.
Saved him.
Rip. Alright. So for this game, the timing, I'm going to use SDA timing, which is not when I actually start the game, but it's when I start moving. So we're good to go then. Alright, so let's go and get started. This is, go ahead and do a roll call here, I guess. I'm Straevaras on the couch.
I'm Poexel.
I'm PJ.
Right. So this is ActRaiser, a pretty early Super Nintendo game and probably the best known game made by Quintet. The normal game is kind of a mix of these action platforming stages where you control a sword-wielding statue, and then also SimCity style city building stages called simulation mode. And then for this run, Straevaras is doing professional mode, which is a bonus mode that gets unlocked when you beat the game normally, which removes all the simulation stages, and you just play all 13 action stages back to back with the difficulty amped up a little bit and a couple other changes. So for Centaur, the first boss, he's damage boosting through, so we can keep hitting him when he's rearing up for his lunge attack, which he didn't even end up doing.
Yeah.
Because he blocks you if you try to attack him from the front when his lance is down.
Yeah, so one of the main features of professional mode is that you start with full health already. So you have, like, I think it's 24.
24,
24 health.
24.
And you don't get to use any magic in this. So, yeah, you're free to damage boost through all these stages, whereas normally you wouldn't have enough health to do it. And I think in professional mode, everything does 2 damage. I don't think there are any normal enemies that do 1. Some projectiles and some
spikes,
terrain.
I think, are basically it as far as what do 1 damage. He has to kill this mini-boss to get through that gate there.
Kind of jump forward on that gate because it's going to stop you so the gate can open. So I try to jump forward.
So right here, he's going to be doing the main glitch that's useful for speed in the game, the wall jump. When he presses up against the wall and then takes a hit with, in this case, right on the D-pad pressed, so that I think he's clipped like 1 pixel into the wall now and is able to just jump in place and skip all that platforming. Unfortunately, pretty much every boss in the game has a full health refill right before it, so
Yeah.
for a lot of the bosses, he's just going to be face tanking them. Because like PJ said, there's no magic in professional mode, so for every boss, I guess except for the final boss, he needs to hit them 24 times with his sword.
Right. Yeah, and you can do some pretty cool loops to fight them without damage, but they're really slow. You really have no incentive to avoid damage in this mode, so
Right.
you just get into the boss fight and trade hits, and one of you is going to lose.
This is where we start to hear the awesome music in the game.
Yeah, Quintet knew how to make a Super Nintendo soundtrack.
You'll see me doing a mechanic I call a slash jump. It's basically if you do a slash at a certain point in your jump, it actually extends your jump a little bit upwards, and you actually gain a little bit of distance out of it as well. It's pretty important to speedrun.
Yeah, because there's quite a few jumps he's going to be going for in the run that are only possible to make with the slash jump to extend it a bit. Alright, so this is Manticore. Pretty much everything about Manticore's movement, except for one part of it, can be manipulated by which side of the platforms you're on. It's like he'll jump out on the opposite side. Yeah, it was a good fight.
It was a really great fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manticore is definitely one of the most interesting bosses to route, because you just choreograph this really cool dance with him. You jump back and forth and hit him in the air. He's a lot of fun to fight. So Bloodpool 2, I don't know about you, this was always one of the most difficult stages for me.
I just hate the Zeppelin werewolf. He embodies everything that I know that is Fantoon. So
Yep. So Bloodpool 2 has hundreds of thousands of enemies in it. And we want to damage boost through like every single one. And your health is going to be pretty tight in this stage.
Yeah.
So,
This is where the English version of the game has a nice advantage too, in that you only take one damage from spikes instead of instantly being killed.
It's a minor advantage.
I think that probably applies to this electricity here too. And then there's a few places too where, like right there, where he's abusing the fact that when you're in hit stun or iframes from taking a hit, that you're not subject to water physics.
Right.
So he's able to move a little bit faster through the water when he's taking hits.
I don't know if water in general slows you down or if there's just a current there. But yeah, taking damage allows you to move quicker through that section, which is really nice.
This is the hardest room in the game right here. All right, we got through that.
Another thing about professional mode too is that there's almost nothing in the game will die in one hit, because like a lot of these enemies in the normal game, like the dagger goblins and winged imps would die in one hit, but it takes two in professional.
Yeah, I don't remember if they just added one more health to every enemy.
Yeah, the skulls in Itos 1 still die in one hit, but other than that, yeah, it's two. All right, so this is Zeppelin Wolf, which is the most random boss in the game.
Perfect, nice.
Because of that right there. Because you can spawn on the floor or on any of the 6 platforms.
Right.
And he's going to be trying to go for a quick kill, where he skips him actually turning into a wolf, where he has to do 12 hits per cycle, basically.
All right,
nice.
Here we are. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Nice.
Really good.
But yeah, there's no manipulation for where he teleports, and if he doesn't give you a good pattern for setting up the quick kill, I mean, pretty much everyone that's run this game just triggers his werewolf transformation and gets it over with.
Right.
Because as long as his health is low, as soon as he transforms, you'll just kill him immediately.
Yeah, sometimes you get a great pattern for the first one, then you get like 6 ground teleports in a row, and you're just like, all right, fine, I'll fight the wolf.
Yeah, because he only does that lightning attack if he's above you, so if he's on the ground, he won't do it at all.
Good jumps.
Yeah, so jumping over those vines there is only possible with slash jumps, and it's fairly difficult.
The first room of this stage isn't too bad, but the next room can be pretty perilous.
Yeah, the next room can be problematic here.
Yeah, because there's a couple tight jumps he's going to be doing over pits, some of which are slash jumps like that, and if he messes it up, he's going to fall in. Yeah, and then he just collected a safety one up there, something he's just doing for marathon safety, just because there's no continues in professional mode. You get 5 lives plus any one-ups you collect, and then if you run out, it's over.
Yeah.
It's the Dagoba. I decided to just let him go back and down. If I can hit him, I think the most I've ever hit him in one round is 9 hits, which is really, you need like perfect timing to do that.
Yeah, and you need like a damage cancel
Yeah.
for some of it.
So usually it's a 4 round just because it's hard to hit him 8 or more times per round.
Yeah. All right, the pyramid stage is a really interesting level. The first room is the only room that doesn't have like global cycles that you have to worry about. This is a really technical stage, though.
Yeah.
For those mummies, he was saving a little bit of time too, just by getting one of his hits in when he automatically ducked after landing.
Very
nice.
nice. Jump.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's a 2-frame window jump, I think.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna use good guy Will-O-Wisp to get into the wall. Well, we're not. Oh, we might.
Nope.
Nah.
One more try. Nope. Okay. It's kind of an annoying one. He
Yeah.
went right there, so
Yeah, it's a really, really annoying one.
don't take me away. Okay. That one platform on the left, if I'm standing on the edge of the elevator, it'll just pick me up and start taking me away to where I don't want to go. That guy's really hard to get over.
So in this screen, there's an elevator like in the upper right of the screen.
Yeah, that starts its cycle when you load the room too. So it's not terribly tight for him to get there and without having to wait an extra cycle. But if he takes too much time getting there, then it's
I'm
kind of
gonna miss it.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah, usually 173 is
Yeah.
my cue and the timer for that. But it's okay. There's an apple at the top here.
Yeah. I just have to not get hit by this one guy, which shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. There we go.
Nice.
And then
then
you've got that unique mini boss there that just jumps away
Yeah.
basically, and you don't actually have to kill him to get to the
I
boss.
think he's actually more difficult than this guy.
Yeah, Pharaoh is arguably the easiest boss in the whole game, especially on normal mode when you have magical stardust and he's got such a giant hitbox.
It's weird because on the left side he actually can't hit you when he falls down, but on the right side he can. So I'm not really sure if his hitbox is just shifted or if he's able to move further to the right. But you are completely safe in the corner there, and he's not.
Yeah, so the first half of Eidos 1 is kind of a bit of an auto-scroller. I mean, there's a fair amount of RNG as far as like the rocks by these goblins and the tornadoes and movement of the flying jerk birds, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really matter just because running out of health isn't really a thing in this stage.
And he's being really careful to crouch here because when you crouch and you get hit, you don't have any recoil. You just take the damage. If you're standing though, you get like that bonk back recoil. You don't want to fall off this platform.
No.
So, yeah, since the volcano eruptions are pretty much random, you just want to crouch and say, yeah, all right, I'm probably going to get hit. You can kind of be cheeky and try and slash the fireballs and do cute things like that, but more often than not, you're just going to fall off and then feel really bad.
Yeah, and he's jumping backwards here too, just so that if and when he gets hit, he'll get pushed forward instead of backwards. There's an insane jump you can do to get over that volcano and then just trigger the screen transition at the top there. But the only person I've ever seen get it in real time is Ohan.
Yeah, it's you need a good pattern from the bird guy so that he doesn't block you, and you need to not get anti-aired by an eruption. And then on top of that, it's a pixel-perfect jump.
Another safety one up here.
I can take one hit. That's good.
All right, so this is Serpent. In normal mode, this is just an absolute joke of a boss.
Oh
because
yeah,
you get
a bloodbath.
you get a sword beam power up, which was in that statue that actually had a bomb for for Stray just now, and it does 2 damage per hit. So it's it's such a trivial fight. But in professional mode, it's a little more. There's a little more to it. He's having to play a little bit safe because of health, but a good kill, I guess, with the strat Stray uses is a little over 1 full loop of Serpent's movement around the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another boss like Manticore that's completely scripted. There's no randomness at all in his movements. So you can, again, choreograph a fight there.
Yeah. And then Serpent also has a wave attack that he sometimes uses, but it's scripted when he does it, and if he's off screen at that point, it'll despawn the shots instantly. So,
oh, that's why we get the extra lives.
Yes, this stage is probably the greatest chance I'll have of dying in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. This stage is mean.
Yeah, because Eidos 2, there's no real fast way to get through pretty much anything in this stage without either fighting it or damage boosting through.
Right. Yeah, these I don't even know what the bomb things. They take 2 hits, and in the meantime, there's all kinds of other enemies that want your blood.
Yeah, and then
and the clouds.
Okay. So that required a slash jump to get through that room in 1 platform cycle.
This guy's been trolling me for a little while. There he goes.
Nice. Yeah, these clouds you'll see here, when you hit them, you have to wait for them to transform into the single cloud eyeball.
So they can still hurt you, but they're invincible.
Right, yeah.
And they're shrinking.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Couple of good series of damage boosts there.
Yeah, and then thanks to that apple, Fire Wheel is an absolute joke.
Yeah, this is another really fun boss that has all kinds of great no damage loops, but it's a lot faster to just smash your sword into him.
187 is not bad. Up next is our favorite, is Marana.
This is a pretty cool stage. I like this stage a lot. I probably shouldn't, but...
Took a little bit of extra damage there. Shouldn't be a problem.
If he gets beaten up too badly, there's an extra apple you can grab. So he's going to try to do a wall jump here.
Nice.
Yeah, because this lets him abuse the fact that this the end of room transition covers the whole right side of the screen. So yeah, you triggered it early there.
So one fun thing to note, if you're at the top of the screen and you jump off, it kills you. So he has to make sure he's not just mashing jump or something. You have to jump just up to the top, but not over the top.
Yeah. This is Rifflasher, which is a bad translation for Rifflasia. I mean, its wake point is like this, and you can only attack once per jump. But if you wall clip into the side of the screen, then good night.
Yep. And then you fool around and you jump off the top, and you get to fight him all over again.
I've actually done that in a run before.
Oh yeah, no, it's a terrible feeling. It's horrible.
Go left. Okay.
Yeah.
There's three stages in the entire run that you go left instead of right, and it still catches me off guard sometimes.
Yeah, this one I forget every single time. I'm like, here we go, and I like walk down the stairs and then turn around. All the enemies are like, all right. This is a really neat level, though. This has branching paths. So you can either take the left path here and fight these things, and by fight I mean just walk right through them. Or you can take the right path, which has, I think, spike crushers. I think that's the right path.
Yeah, I think so.
So not only is this path easier, but it's also quicker.
I used to do the old path, and eventually I changed over, and it was about this is like a second or two over the other path.
All right, this is our favorite boss,
Yeah.
Kalia.
Or also known as Aghanim. Yeah, so Kalia has different attacks that he does if you're not directly under him when he loops around twice. This is the one we want to see because you can get like 6 hits, I think, if he's able to take a damage. Nice,
Good
perfect
RNG.
block.
Yeah, perfect RNG.
Kalia can also do a laser shot attack.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it is possible to hit him once while he's doing that by doing a pretty tight slash jump, but once versus 6 times
Right.
if he does the ground pound. So
So there are some interesting momentum things broken ice stages.
Yeah, because notice how he's jumping faster if he jumps while he's on a ramp.
Yeah, I think also.
And
yep.
and for whatever reason, yeah, walking into those guys, I don't know if it's because of the ice bridge.
I think
or
it's because of
whatever.
I think it's because of that.
Nice eye.
You're gonna do the fun way to get on the ice cube, right?
The fun way.
Well, I guess the next room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what you meant here too. Like, I'm gonna jump on it. Hope it doesn't sink.
This ice cube.
The eye RNG in the North Wall stages is just you don't know
Yeah,
where
I
the eyes
think
are
where they
Yeah.
spawn and then what direction they move. There we go.
Yeah, the eyeballs are awful.
They do look in the direction they're going to move, so you get
Right.
a little bit of warning, but they can just appear right in front of you and hurt you, though.
Like right in front of a ledge, so you can't even land on the nearest pixel.
Yeah, and in this stage, the apple right before the boss is kind of out of the way. I mean, it's dying to the boss isn't really too much of a threat, but if he just gets mangled horribly by the eyeballs, you might have to play it a little safer on the boss.
I think the actual name for this boss is Merman Fly.
Merman
Yeah.
Fly, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, he's gonna move basically directly where you are and try and drop these fireballs on you. So you want to be just slightly ahead of him so that he doesn't move all the way to the left side.
Yeah.
He doesn't just drop these in set intervals. So if you go to the left wall, he's just gonna shoot one and then fly away.
Yeah.
So you can get a lot of air hits on him if you just
Then
kind of lead him.
and for whatever
slowly.
reason, the splashes after he drops a fireball can hurt you too. Whenever I pick this game up, that always catches me off guard
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
first. Alright, so the North Wall 2, the last normal stage before Deathheim, which is a boss rush. The eyes are back.
Yeah.
And thirsty for blood, I see.
So there's a rather tricky wall jump that he's going to do here. And these things fire in set intervals based on the timer, I believe. So you kind of have to just go by feel. They don't give you a visual cue or anything for when they're going to fire. You just have to
Yeah.
kind of anticipate it and be in the air and ready for it. But that wall jump saves you from having to kind of snake around the tree and go outside and back in. Should be okay still.
Just be a little careful.
Yeah.
Actually, I can take one hit and
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll take an intentional death.
Yeah, because this is the checkpoint before the boss here.
It carries me away.
Yeah.
Back to the Sky Palace you go.
I kind of manipulate the bird there by standing on the left side of
And
that bubble.
he's jumping continuously on these bubbles too, because you notice when it flattens, it moves slower.
It's just like real life.
If he'd have taken less damage in the first screen, he could have gone the right side and gotten a half apple.
Yeah, someone already got to the apple and ate part of it, so it doesn't heal you fully.
Yeah, so then this is Arctic Wyvern. Whether it swoops or drops and shoots ice is random.
I actually prefer him to swoop because I can get more damage in per second that way. There we go.
All right, it is time for Deathheim.
Yes.
Yeah, so Deathheim in ActRaiser 1 is just refights with all of the Act 2 bosses. All of them are souped up a little bit, mostly just for moving faster and having faster attacks in a few cases.
Yeah.
But the fact that he doesn't get any health refills between fights, I mean, even though he's using the same kind of face tank strats, for the most part, it does add a little complexity to it that there's like different routes kind of take different planned deaths to get more health at various points during the gauntlet.
Yeah, you can definitely fight all of these bosses. Well, I don't know about Minotaur. He'd be a pain. You can fight most of the bosses without damage. It's just faster to do the face tank strat. And then intentionally die.
All right, come on, come on, come on. Aw. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it
too
might
close.
be too close. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
should
too
be
close.
Nice.
Oh,
There we go.
nice.
We'll take it,
I
we'll
got
take
hit at
it.
the right time there.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, if you're too close and he hits you, you'll often survive with 1 or 2 health. And
Yeah.
Do the werewolf transformation.
Yeah, to transform into werewolf and immediately die.
Yeah.
So the Pharaoh isn't that much different. He drops a little bit faster.
Yeah, and his lasers and arrows are faster too, but that's irrelevant for this
Right.
strat.
And so for the fire, we'll be intentionally not taking damage, so I can save it for Kalia. Right now, I have 3 hits I can take without dying, and that would, if I do it correctly, I can take 1 less round for Kalia. Uh-oh. Come up here.
So
Alright.
for some reason on this boss, you can sometimes spawn in midair. And it just like immediately dumps you on that first platform, and I'm not really sure why. It's the only screen in the game where it does that.
Well, you do have a way with games.
It's unlike most things, this is reproducible.
Yeah, so Kalia 2 doesn't linger on the ground anywhere near as long, so he can only get up to 4 hits if he's
Yeah.
able to take damage, or 3 if he moves away.
Yeah, this boss is in enormous pain. So what the game intends you to do, Kalia's gonna decide between using the lightning attack or using other attack. And other attack is either the ground pound, or if you're far enough away, she'll drop a platform down for you to land on. And then it'll carry you up into spikes. And you're supposed to hit her and then bail before you get smashed into the spikes.
So I believe he's going to take an intentional death
Yeah.
on the Arctic Wyvern too.
Forgot to take some damage from Kalia, but
Or you could just drop off the tree too, right?
Yeah.
I could do that, yeah. It's more dramatic to get killed by the Wyvern.
Yeah, instead of entering the battle and just walking away. Sorry, wrong row, wrong row.
Oh, swoops.
Yeah, he's trying to get 4 hits per swoop.
Yeah, the refight for this boss is really irritating because when he shoots the ice cubes, they break farther away.
Yeah, and he wants the health after this to last through Tanzra, the final boss, and that's a little lower than preferred, but
Should be okay
Should
as
still
long
be
as the
okay.
meteors are somewhat well behaved.
Yeah. Meteors can be a pain sometimes. Sometimes it's like perfect and you never have to worry
Yeah.
about getting hit.
So the first form of Tanzra is pretty trivial, other than these meteors being random. Just because it's not getting not getting hit by that fireball is something you can definitely plan for.
Yeah. Actually, I think his fireballs, or the fuzzy guys that he releases, I think they only do 1, don't they?
Oh, they do too.
They do still?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then nice.
Okay.
Destroying both of those in one shot is kind of tight. And so what he's trying to go for here is a 3-round kill.
I don't think I'm gonna get it.
No, unfortunately, when you're standing there and shooting, you generally hope that your sword is going to hit the blue thing.
Yeah, he's having to just. I mean, he's dead in 1 more hit, so he's having to just kill this really cautiously.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
that's a gamble I would have taken too, because you would expect that your sword would hit the blue thing before it catches you there. But it's a really awkward positioning. I absolutely thought that you were safe there.
I did too. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's for some reason the hitboxes just don't line up.
Right. I like killing him at that point in the cycle because he's got the angry face.
Yeah, first time I played this too, when I saw his health bars suddenly just fill the whole screen
Yeah.
like that, I thought I was in for something, but not quite. This is the sword beam that you normally would have for the serpent boss too. At least they were merciful and still gave it to you for Tanzra 2.
Oh, man, that would be
Professional
awful.
mode. Yeah.
There we go.
That's a
Alright,
nice
and
fight.
Time's coming up. There we go.
Did I hit the timer? Did the timer stop or?
Hello, tech. Wakey, wakey.
Good. Late 26, okay.
All right, very nice.
Yeah, solid run.
Yeah. We're always looking for more people to run this game. I know I was talking to somebody last night, and he seemed pretty interested. So if you liked ActRaiser growing up as a kid or wanted to learn how to speedrun it, just let me know. And
Yeah, ActRaiser is a great game.
yeah.
Highly recommended.
It's definitely less stressful than Super Metroid. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Or ActRaiser 2.
Yeah.
And the credits for this game are, for the professional mode, are much shorter than the actual game itself.
But it ends with the best screen.
Yes, it does.
It's been so long since I've beaten story mode in this game. I actually don't remember if story mode ends on that screen or not.
I don't think the special screen is in story mode.
I didn't think it was, but
Yeah, the story mode, I think it just ends with the end.
that's boring.
It is boring.
Yes.
You waited 20 minutes for the whole credits. And
Right.
and all you get is the end. And Quintet made some really great games, and they didn't make very many games, but what they did do was really well done.
Yeah, I think they only had 6 for Super Nintendo, and all of them are amazing.
Yeah, this ActRaiser 2, Robo Trek, and then the Soul Blazer trilogy. Soul
Yeah.
Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma.
And RoboTrek.
Yeah, Robo Terranigma.
I think I remember the first time I saw you playing Soul Blazer, I was like, wait, those are ActRaiser sounds.
Yeah.
Yes. Quintet pretty shamelessly reused sound effects and sprites too. You are the
You are
best
the player.
Double exclamation point.
All right, thank you, everyone.
We have a $100 donation from Daniel. Mega Man 8 on Sega Saturn sounds fun. Let's do that. Which, as a reminder, that is an incentive that is coming up. Mega Man 8 is just a few games away, and the incentive is to play it on the Sega Saturn as opposed to the PlayStation. The Sega Saturn version is quite different, both in terms of difficulty and number of stages. So if you get those donations in, you will be in for a treat. We need about 3,000 total. We were over 1,000 into that goal a little whiles back. So let's see here. 1,592 at the moment out of 3,000. So get those donations in. That is going to close fairly soon. So get those in so we can see Mega Man 8 on the Sega Saturn. We have an anonymous $20 donation. Thanks for the great run, Stray. Nice to see ActRaiser make it. We have a $5 donation from Burnt Pins. Shout out to Poexel, RPG Limit Break hype.